It's time for the Greg Clark Show. Join us every week as we talk Logootee Lions softball, exclusively on the Southwestern Indiana Sports Network. Supporters of the Greg Clark Show include Edward Jones Investments. Call Brent Quarter today. M&M Electric. Street Dreams. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays. Watch The Greg Clark Show every week on Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and at SouthwesternIndianaSportsNetwork.com. Greg Bateman with Logootee Lion head softball coach Greg Clark on the Greg Clark Show on the Southwestern Indiana Sports Network. And Coach, since the last time I've talked to you, I know you've had some games weathered out. You've had a couple of games that you did play. One of them was the Princeton game here at home where, as I said, I gave up on you. You were down 7-8-0, and nothing was going your way, and I'll be darned if you didn't come back and win for the first win of this season. Tell me a little bit about that crazy game.
Well, yeah, we got down. We got down 8-0 there, and we talked about a couple of different things with the kids, and we talked about there's one thing we can do to make ourselves in a better position. We just need to start putting the ball in play, making good things happen, and the kids went out, played very well over the last few innings, and ended up pulling that out 9-8. We had our chances early in the game, to shut a few runs down and maybe pick up another run or two. But, young team, sometimes they let those things slip away. But, I was just very proud of the kids, the way they come back and fought back in that game and never gave in, never gave up, and came back to win that 9-8.
Well, they weren't able to follow that up with a win against Springs Valley. We'll talk about that one in a minute. But talk about, being down 8-0, your team hadn't won a game yet, and it's a young team, and they come back in a win in their final at bat. Tell me what the atmosphere was like for those girls that night, how they felt.
They were very excited, of course, the first win of the year. And, going against Princeton, being down 8 runs, coming back, Allie started things off in that first inning, hit a line drive very hard. And then Courtney Rumble gets a nice little base hit. And, she gets moved. Emily Hawkins came in to run, moves over to second base on a wild pitch. And then Caitlin Mason comes in, hits a nice little liner down the first base line, scores Emily from second. It's just very well. Everybody contributed. Everybody did very well. And they were just very excited about getting that win. Very happy, just excited, elated for them. But we know there's still a lot of work to do.
I know you never like to get down 8-0, but a win like that, the girls, the coaches have to appreciate maybe even a little bit more than maybe coming out against a team that's subpar and winning 15-16-0. I know it was a feel-good game.
Yeah, like you said, the atmosphere was just outstanding. We come in here after the game, had a little discussion, and like we usually do, and the kids were just able to rip off great things, positive things, like we always talk about, and we talk about some of the things we need to improve on, and we make a note to work on those the next day. But yeah, it was fun. Coach Lingenfelder made the statement. He said he'd rather win like that than, like you just said, he'd rather win one like that than win 16-0. So. We've got our work cut out for us. We've got a lot to do, a lot to work on. But, the plan is to get there by sectional time, and that's what we're going to do.
And we'll be back right after these messages from our sponsors. You're listening to The Greg Clark Show.
Edward Jones, this is Shirley speaking. How may I help you? Oh, hey, Neil. How are you? How was the trip?
With nearly 7 million investors,
Right here. Hold on one sec.
you'd expect us to have a highly skilled call center.
Kevin, Neil Hawley's on line 1.
Okay, great.
And we do. It's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing.
When inside feels more like outside, it's time. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, a higher standard of comfort.
Call M&M Electric today, 295-4699. Supporters of the Greg Clark Show include Edward Jones Investments. Call Brent Quarter today. M&M Electric. Street Dreams. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays. Watch The Greg Clark Show every week on Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and at SouthwesternIndianaSportsNetwork.com. The only other game you've gotten in was Springs Valley, who I know is very good, and they beat you, I think, 11-4. But you said after the game you like to talk about positives, things you need to work on. What were some of the positives you thought came out of that game?
In this Valley game, well, I think we hit the ball. I think we hit the ball well. We just maybe happened to hit it at them. Grace Lingenfelder had the first home run for the team this year. Kylie Corder just keeps going after it. She's 3 for 4 again. So, I mean, she's hitting close to 700 now. Just a lot of positives with some of the younger kids too. Bree Eckerly, getting the ball put in play. Just a lot of things like that. The tough thing out of that was Allie getting hit, and we don't get her back until at least next week. Sorry.
Yeah.
But and some of the things the kids talked about working on was communication and those kind of things, and it really showed that we didn't communicate, and a lot of things happened because of that. Not on the positive side, but more on the negative side. So we worked a lot on that yesterday in practice, and hopefully we got a lot of that taken care of.
I think you go on the road at Eastern Green on Thursday. What about after that this week?
We have Eastern Green on Thursday. They're much improved club from what they were. That was the Addie Nolly sack bunt, or suicide bunt for the win last year, 9-8. So they are much improved. Friday we have Wood Memorial coming into town for a varsity game. And then Saturday's prom. So we're going to get those kids, get them through Friday night, and let them all show how really nice they can look, and excited for them to get to go to prom and all those things. So it's going to be an exciting week for us.
It's still early in the season, of course, but do you feel like this year, more so than others in the past, especially the recent past, have been more of teaching years for you as much as coaching?
Yeah, looking at the team and looking at the group, we knew that there were going to be some trying times, and that we were going to have to use these games to gain the experience that we need to be able to perform well in the tournament. And we've got 17 kids now. Miley Hembry's still hurt. But we should be getting everybody else back this week or next. Miley goes to see her doctor next week, so hopefully they'll give her some good news. But yeah, we knew we were going to be in a teaching mode. But the kids are listening and trying to do what we ask them to do, and they make me very proud with the effort they put in.
All right, Coach. Good luck going forward. Talk to you next week.
All right. Thank you, Greg.
That's Coach Greg Clark on the Greg Clark Show, the Lady Lion head softball coach on the Southwestern Indiana Sports Network. You've been listening to the Greg Clark Show. Join us every week as we talk Logootee Lions softball, exclusively on the Southwestern Indiana Sports Network.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Supporters of the Greg Clark Show include Edward Jones Investments. Call Brent Quarter today. M&M Electric. Street Dreams. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays. Watch the Greg Clark Show every week on Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and at SouthwesternIndianaSportsNetwork.com.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.